I'm Christian Mastrodonato. Everybody here in UK calls me Chris. I work in a wider LexisNexis risk solution group, in particular I focus on the ICIS business. ICIS is a business intelligence company, it's a data services company, and we focus on providing basically data of different kinds for different kind of actors in the commodity industry, up-to-date market information, market trends, forecasts, and so forth.
That must put a certain amount of pressure on the back-end systems that you use. Give me a bird's eye view of what the IT estate looks like for ICIS, and then we'll drill down into some of the more exciting things you're working on.
Sometimes I actually joke that this sort of industry is not really about big data in an actual storage sense, but is more about the quality of the information that you manage. In general, our data is very mixed. So we have a lot of numerical data, as you can guess, mainly prices, of course. We deal a lot of prices and what we call fundamental data. But we also have a lot of content because we have editors, journalists, doing research, talking to people all the time. And so what makes ICIS special in this sense is having quantitative and qualitative data that you have to match all the time. And using documents in MongoDB has been very beneficial.
What are you building on MongoDB?
I would split it up into two major areas. One, which is our core business, really about managing the content. And we are moving towards a micro front-end architecture for all our web channels. And MongoDB has been fundamental as a persistent layer for all these new transformation of our web applications. And the other side, which is more explorative, is around our new generative AI interface, which is called ICIS, which recently launched in production. In that case, we use MongoDB as a vector database for basically what is a RAG application. The key point for us was let's get in front of the customer as soon as we can. So in that sense, we basically leveraged Azure Cognitive Services Stack plus MongoDB to just get out of the door as soon as we could a chat interface to our customers. Most of the value you're getting is just having customers putting a real question every day into the system, and that is really helping us to understand how the user experience is going to change. Because I think when it comes to RAG and GenAI application, the real transformation is in the user experience and how our customer interacts with our data, which is completely different as it was before.
What is MongoDB like to work with as a non-engineer myself?
The conversation we usually have is basically the speed of transaction. And in that sense, the data quality you want to ensure. When we move closer to slow-moving data that we want to ensure very high quality, especially at the relationship level, of course, we still to go towards SQL. But when we go closer to the customers, and therefore transaction speed starts to become important versus, I would say, enforcing the quality of your relationship in general data models, MongoDB is becoming sort of a default choice for us. We just tried it. It worked out of the box, and that was it.
Yeah, what are your development priorities over the next year?
One area for us where, again, MongoDB is definitely a core element is this transformation of what all of our content creation workflows, which are enabled by web channels because our content creators, they need to access via web system. Then the other priority is around improving the structuring of what we call the central lakehouse structure. The more we can focus on the data quality and in general the quality of the data model and the way we exchange data across all the estate, the more rapidly we can spin out new application. And especially when it comes to Gen AI, you clearly see the typical computer science rule, garbage in, garbage out. And then these are sort of two foundational elements. And then on top of that, we are what we are calling at the moment the AI factory, building a set of tools where we can easily spin out new AI application.
What do you think you need to do to make that AI factory kind of most effective for the business? What processes are you still refining there to build replicable, easily deliverable AI applications? What do you think still needs a little fine-tuning?
We need to make still certain steps to structure very well the data dictionary in general, the data mesh as a clear domains and bounded context to basically access data in a structured way with the quality that you want. So that's definitely going to be a step. And then the other element is set up a set of tools available to our internal users to build these applications. And GenAI is one of those, but we're thinking, you definitely want to go beyond that. For example, one of the areas that we are exploring a lot is knowledge graphs, which we believe is going to be a core element and also possibly a competitive advantage to being able to build our own knowledge graph and being able to structure it in a way that can be automatically accessed. We believe is going to be a big change.